Hey, my name is Ryan J. Owens. I grew up in Evanston, Illinois. I was born in Colorado. I graduated from ETHS in 1998 when I was 17 years old. And since then, I played volleyball in two different colleges, for Orange Coast College in California, which is community college, and then for Dominican University in Chicago. Actually three, because I played at Kendall College also in Evanston. And then I went to play pro in 2002, and since then I've played in like 30 countries. And if I list some of them, it's probably like, let's see, Germany, Belgium, Denmark, Finland twice,
Italy, Lebanon, Qatar twice, Indonesia twice, South Korea, just played in Japan.
Played in Czech Republic, I played in Greece 3 times, Puerto Rico 2 times, Brazil. Where else did I play? So where am I? I am in Belgrade. This is the Opera House. This is some dude on a horse. I forget his name always. But if you want to take a look at it, I've been here for 5 years. I've been living here using it as my base. The people are amazing, including Tiana, who's filming. And I'm just going to take you on a little tour of everything. This is Republic Square. And back there, you can keep going around. And you can see the whole square. It's beautiful. Ooh, what sports did I play at Evanston? Let's see. I don't know why. I do know why. It's because of one of my good friends. When I came to Evanston Township from King Lab, because I went to middle school at Chute, and then I transferred for 8th grade to King Lab. I went to elementary at Dawes. And before that, I moved from the west side of Chicago, so I wasn't in Evanston. But to get back to the question, what sport did I play? I tried out for the football team. I was so skinny. Oh my gosh. And I stopped playing football. I made the tryouts, I made the team, and then I stopped because a kid named Giddy, his real name is Gideon, we were doing the pancake drill where you have to lay on your back, your feet are like almost touching each other, and you're not that far from each other, and then your whole team surrounds you, and there's only one way that way or one way this way, and one guy has the football and the other guy is supposed to stop him. Well, Gideon grabbed my face mask as I got around him, thank God, because he was huge, and pretty much leveled me. I flew up in the air. He almost probably broke my spine. It was ridiculous. It was really close to a terrible injury. I realized football was not for me. I tried out for the baseball team. I realized everybody there had been playing baseball since they were like as big as him. So I gave up and I started playing extreme sports. I started doing extreme sports. I started doing rollerblading, so aggressive inline. I started playing, or I started snowboarding, skateboarding. I was mountain biking, I was BMXing, I was doing trials. I was doing everything possible that could get me out of the house and keep me in places like this with my friends. And then junior year in math class, my buddy was like, Patrick Palma. He's like, dude, do you want to play volleyball? They have tryouts. I was like, what? What is volleyball? I was like, you mean like on the beach? And he's like, no, indoor. And I was like, no way. Don't girls play that sport? And he was like, no, girls and guys play it. And I was like, yeah, okay, dude. So I went in my skateboarding shoes and I played volleyball. And I made JV. At the end of my JV season, they asked me to come play for the senior team, for the varsity team. And I think I got in for like 2 points. And that was like the second best we had done up until that point in the school history, I think. Chris Livatino can definitely correct that. But then our senior year, I played volleyball again, and I'll tell you what, it's the only sports that I'll ever really play, but once I got over here to Europe, I got really interested in soccer, which you'll see back there. But not to play because you have to warm up playing soccer when you play on professional teams over here. And then the other cool sport over here is handball. But that's all I got for organized team sports. Ooh, my favorite memory at Evanston for sports. It would have to be right after I tried out. I remember we were doing that first week or something. I don't know the distance between the time, but the first week I was learning how to play volleyball, and I remember Chris Livatino was our JV coach, best coach ever. Oh my God, it's probably the only reason why I played volleyball. Him and Patrick Palma and the guys, of course, but he just made me stay in it by how awesome he was. He had us attacking. We were doing 3-step approaches around the whole gym. And I remember that, and then fast forward, I remember from that, the first thing I can remember from volleyball was we were at an indoor tournament. And I remember looking down at my shoes and thinking, how cool is this that I'm playing volleyball? And I'm playing in skateboarding shoes. I was like, everybody else has like cool volleyball shoes, and I have like these ratty, terrible, ugly, but cool skateboarding shoes. I think that's my favorite memory from volleyball. This is a tough question. Like, what would be my advice to my younger self? And the best part is that I ask people on my podcast, Beyond Athletic, by the way, you can find it on iTunes, where I bring on guests like athletes to talk about their life experiences in sport and just life. I asked them to do the same thing, and this is a good one. I think I would say trust in your feeling inside. So trust what your instincts are telling you. So if your heart's racing, your stomach is turning, if you feel nervous, but in a good way, if you feel like challenged, but not too much, I think you should go for it. Whatever it is, if it pushes you outside of your normal feeling, your day-to-day baseline, if it makes you go, wow, this is exciting, this might be a little crazy, I think you should do it, because the only way we grow is when we get outside of that little circle. Yeah, a good example is when I learned about professional overseas, I was playing with a German guy on my team, and I was really inquisitive. I was, hey, how do you get good at volleyball over there? And we have clubs. And I go, we have clubs too. He goes, no, but your clubs are different. We have professional clubs that from young to old, you can play with the same club, but you can play from amateur level to pro level. And I said, well, what do you do for school? And he's like, well, that's why I'm here. And I was like, wow, that sounds really interesting. So I was like, I could just find a club. And he's like, yeah, they hire people. So I left America. I got enough money for a one-way ticket. I bought it to Germany. He let me stay in his room where he stayed in California. I stayed in his apartment with his brother and best friend. And then I started researching online. I found things. And I was nervous the whole time, I'm not gonna lie. But I ended up staying in Europe for 2.5 years, from when I was 21 years old until I was 23. I came back to America. And soon after that, I was on the national team because I took a risk. So I would say go outside your comfort zone and trust your instincts. Don't bury them, and don't listen to everybody else's advice. You take their advice, you mix it with how you feel about it, you look up everything, you do the research, and then you make an educated decision.